Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to another edition of Defense and Diplomacy. I'm your host Sultan M. Hali. Disaster management is not an exact science. And if you don't agree with me, then look at the recent history in which we have had disasters like Katrina, in which the FEMA got a lot of flack. Look at the tsunami. Look, only last month, or rather 2 weeks back, Eyjafjallajökull, the Iceland volcano, which shut down the whole continent of Europe. But then the important thing is to be ready to meet such disasters, because you cannot predict nature, but you can always try and rescue human lives and try and bring relief to the people who are affected. Today, we plan to discuss the Attabad landslide and its response, the challenges that were faced, and to do that, no better than the former chairman of NDMA, the National Disaster Management Authority, General Farooq. Welcome, sir. And we have Engineer Kamal, who is not only an expert on flood control, but is also the spokesperson for NDMA. Welcome.
Thank you.
Viewers, before we begin this program formally, I would like to show you a short video of what is the exact location of Attabad. Viewers, that was an aerial view of the valley. Now, before we get into the discussion, we would like to share with you a video of exactly how this disaster took place. An amateur photographer took this, and let's see how it looks like. So viewers, you just saw this video clip. So General Farooq, when did you find out about this disaster, and what was the response of the NDMA?
Right, this happened on 4th of January, and I was in Karachi when I heard it on the news that there is a landslide and Hunza River has been blocked. So I talked to my people concerned, and we knew exactly as to what has happened by the evening. So Prime Minister was informed, and next morning the federal response was launched. Early morning, we flew off, taking about 4 helicopters.
You were prepared for such an eventuality?
Yeah. Preparation is basically, your flexibility in responding. So we had the search and rescue team, which we had prepared past 1.5 years with CDA. So we picked up that team, flew in 4 helicopters early morning, and after touching down in Gilgit, in about 2 hours' time, we were at the site and we were doing the rescue. And this village, Attabad, we knew about its precarious situation a few months in advance. In July, Gilgit-Baltistan government had approached us that this is a village which is very precariously placed on this mountaintop. There are big gaps, there is falling rocks. So we asked the Geological Survey of Pakistan to carry out immediate analysis of the area and let us know what is the situation. So they confirmed in August that this is a village which is dangerously perched. It should be evacuated. In September, the evacuation started. So this landslide actually occurred in January, 4 months later. And there is not a single casualty of Attabad. These 19 casualties which have occurred, they are of a Sarat village, which is below and towards the downstream side. This landslide, it bounced back off the face of a rock across the gorge and fell on that village, and these 19 casualties were of that village, not of Attabad.
Let me ask you, General Kamal, so what actions were taken immediately to bring relief to the people?
As a matter of fact, as the former chairman NDMA has stated, that immediately after this issue happened on ground, on the 5th of January, from 5th to 2nd of November, there was a field detachment of the NDMA that remained there on the site 24 hours a day and 7 days a week for coordination of the response activities on ground. Besides that, the NDMA also activated the urban search and rescue team detachment directly to the site. And in addition to that, there was a canine component for the search of the missing personnel on the ground. 10 boats along with OBMs and other related, you can say, the relief activities were immediately got started on the ground. And in addition to that, there was a continuous operation of the number of helis for the evacuation of the stranded people, and similarly, in order to keep the the operation and to keep the life moving in view of this all natural catastrophe, there was a boat operation as well. So as of today, more than 740 heli sorties have been undertaken, by virtue of which more than 6,500 people have been evacuated. There have been more than 940 boat operations, and in addition to that, there has been 130 tons of items relating to the non-food items, the ration items, and the medicines. Exclusively about 75 tons of non-food items, 17 tons of medicine. In addition, the governments of Sindh and the Gilgit-Baltistan government announced compensation, and there was a compensation of 0.5 million each for the people who have lost their lives, and there was a compensation of 0.1 million for all those who were injured in the site. In addition to that, there was as of today, about 301 tons of food items and related items have been that has been managed to pass on to the stranded people on the upstream side of the of this this site, and with a very specific purpose that there should be a sustenance in their life till the time this situation is averted.
Right. So Engineer Kamal was talking about the relief to the people as far as compensation is concerned. Sometimes there are complaints that it is announced but doesn't reach the people. So you must have taken specific steps, and now especially in light of the other disasters you have managed in the past.
There are two types of compensations we are talking of. He has mentioned of the people who got injured and who died. The compensation was paid within 3 days. The governor Gilgit-Baltistan at that time, Mr. Kara, flew after 2-3 days and paid the checks immediately. That money was paid off. Now, as far as compensation for the property is concerned, that takes a while because there are surveys to be done. There are certain issues regarding the property. There are issues relating to the families, the people who survive this kind of a catastrophe, whom that money is to be given, etc., etc. So that took a while, and recently, when I was with Governor for the second visit to that area, the overall package which was required to be paid as far as property was concerned was prepared by Gilgit-Baltistan government and was handed over to the then Governor, Mr. Kara, who was to get it from the federal government, and federal government in due course will release that money to the affectees.
Right, sir. So, Engineer Kamal, would you like to share with the viewers, has there been any international help in this regard?
As a matter of fact, the arrangements undertaken through NDMA and through the Gilgit-Baltistan National Disaster Management Authority, so far there is no such need of that sort of international assistance or that whatsoever. But very recently, the UN OCHA, they have dispatched a team there with the specific purpose to work